Now all you people, I want you to set those headphones down. Get up. I said get up off your chairs and sing it with me one time. One time. It don't cost nothing, but you feel real good. But here we go. It's the Humpday happy hour hangout. Yes, it's the Humpday happy hour hangout. Oh yes, let's all get used at the director's garage.
So good.
It's a Humpday happy hour hangout.
All right. I can't get enough of that song, man. I love it. I love it. How y'all doing? Hey, welcome everybody to the Humpday Happy Hour Hangout. I am your host and resident idiot, Michael, as usual. And rocking the noble FoKus Apollo. This is the subject of the video that drops tomorrow. I swear to God, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do part 1 of this review. Part 2 will come later. Ooh, pardon me, I'm about to cough. Oh, my. Well, and one of the subjects we're going to be talking about is this here kink fest of a cable. That's going to be a part of this review, I promise. It's this thing is wild and woolly. But super enjoyable headphone, and I'm thrilled. So tomorrow it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got way too much editing on tomorrow's episode. I threw everything but the kitchen sink into it. So I think you'll have some fun with it. I think I had some fun with it. It's definitely following along the lines of the Apollo motif. You kind of check it out. I'm going to post the preview, whatever, thumbnail and all that after this live stream ends. If I do it before, it throws off the sequence. It's very bizarre. So I have to just hold off on when I post stuff. What are we doing today? Well, today we're going to talk about, so we talked about the new Apollo review coming out tomorrow. After that, I'm kind of in between ideas here. I'm either going to rush through the shootout episode with the Batiste, or I'm going to open a new box from Audio 46 and then put the Batiste shootout after it. Haven't decided which yet. I may go to Patreon and ask the guys over there what they would prefer, and let the viewers decide. I think I've got one guy over there who's actually paying more, so I'll probably let him make the decision. So I try to do that from time to time, give folks an option. If you're interested in Patreon, that's a thing. We had a Patreon hangout last Saturday, and it was just the guys, and we were just hanging out and having a really good time talking crap about everything. Neil was there. Neil, is it true you're in the hospital or are you pulling my leg? I never know when to believe you and when not to believe you. My mom is in the hospital. That's why, it's kind of funny. I'm like, do you guys know each other? My mom had her appendix burst. So 78 years old? Anyway, and her appendix burst. Can you believe it? Crazy. 79 years old. And her appendix burst. So she had to go. She's been in the hospital. So anyway, that's coming. Today we're gonna talk about the new Meze. There's a new Meze on the market. If you haven't heard, we may, if we have time, we may get into this. Well, I don't have the light on. Hang on a second. Let's get the light on. That we may get into this right here. This is the maladjusted camera. Let's do that. You can see my printer. There's my ink for writing letters. This is the CCA. This is called the Polaris. We might check this out live on the air today. And Oh, I think we're going to do a run through the Head-Fi classifieds. We haven't done that in over a month or two. So I thought maybe that will be something we can check out. So first up, I wanted to talk about the new Meze 105. It's called the Air. And I can go to Laptop of Death, and I can show this off. If you have not seen this, this is a riff on the 109. Looks very similar, except the cup is 3D printed. So it's got a 3D printed cup, and I think it's 3D printed. I assume it's 3D printed because they're saving money on this thing. It's only $3.99, I think. Available at Audio 46. If you use the coupon code Directors Garage, you could probably save a couple bucks off of that one. But it looks kind of nice. I don't know. It's the same thing. I tried the 109s. I thought they were good. I didn't think it was like the craziest thing in the on the planet as far as sonics. I'm in the price range of the 109. I am way more interested in the new ZMF Bokeh Openback. I think that is going to be a product to reckon with. This thing's got I think it's a 50 millimeter driver, and it's the W-shaped dome, which is just like the 109. Ultra thin torus. I don't know what that means, but whatever. You can read about it. And it's stabilized as opposed to unstable. I like my headphones unstable. Make them radical. And look, this guy's really enjoying it. So you know it's a good headphone, because that guy wouldn't be enjoying it if it wasn't a nice headphone. And the Air is supposed to talk about like silence and quiet and whatever, and I'm like, well, I don't know if you want a quiet headphone. But that's the meaning behind it. Soft ear pads. These are cushy and velour, and just looks kind of nice. I mean, it's a nice headphone, and there's the exploded view of it. Meze always brings the comfort. You know it's going to be a comfortable headphone. It's going to be nice to wear. I don't know that they'll travel particularly well. They're big and they're rigid, and you can't fold them up at all. So I think this is more like a kicking back pair for home, I would think. I don't see myself traveling with these like, say, the Lyric, which folds up nicely and flat, and you can store them in a semi-flat case and put them in your backpack and go. So there you go. That's what's up, and this is, I believe it's $3.99. Let's just double check real quick. Audio 46, and check the price. Double check the price on that. Whoa! By the way, many sales going on at Audio 46 right now, and you know I hump them a little bit. Whatever they say, their products. They're $3.99. This will not be on sale for Black Friday, but their Black Friday sales are kind of cool because they will honor any lower pricing you find. You can go back with your purchase. If you purchase anytime between now and Black Friday, they'll make good on it, and they'll give you the money back. So I think that's very cool. You can buy with confidence that if you find a better deal, you won't have that buyer's remorse. And here's the same damn page that we were just looking at, except it's on Audio 46, which is all good. 10% off everything with Black Friday early specials, and of course there is a coupon code Directors Garage, all one word, and you can deal with that, do that. But I'm excited about it. I mean, it's nice to see Meze come out with something that's reasonably priced. Their stuff tends to be, up there. Like, I always thought that at least the Lyric 1, I have not heard the Lyric 2, but I thought that the Lyric 1 could have been a great $1,000 headphone. But they priced it at $2,000, and I just went, I don't know. I wound up buying mine for $1,000 used. I waited for them to be on the market for a while. And this is the other thing is the 105. It's fairly easy to drive, but it's not the easiest thing on the planet. It's 43 ohms, I believe, 45 ohms, something like that. It's in there. So, but at $3.99, I don't know. It might be worth checking out if you've got some extra cash and you just want to do something fun. I don't think you'll lose much money on the deal because there's not a lot of room for it to go down. So in price. Oh, it just went away. Oh, there we go. Here's a better look at the product. all sides. But yeah, I believe these are 3D printed. I think that's how they're getting away with the cheaper price. Plastics, kids, it's the future. There's some movie where they did that. But a lot of fun. And you know these things are going to be comfortable. They just look comfortable. Meze doesn't know how to make an uncomfortable headphone, so that's good news. So that's kind of it. So my week has been, I had a gig on Monday, which was good, a paying gig. It was just a one-off, just a one day, but it got me going, and there may be future work from these guys, which is nice. And then I worked steadily the entire week. I worked on finishing up. I literally finished the episode. It's episode 6, if you're counting. I just finished that episode before we went on the air, about 2 hours ago. And I uploaded it. It's ready to go, and it will be in your greedy little paws tomorrow, kids. I hope you enjoy it. I put a lot of time and effort in on it, as usual. Good stuff. So that's good. So that's the Meze 105 Air. Meze 105 Air. Why don't they just call it the Air? Like, why does it have to have a number? What does a number mean? That just drives me crazy. Like, you know, if you're gonna name something, just name it. All right. You got to have some convoluted set of numbers and all that stuff. It's just crazy. So cheers, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. I'm glad you all could make it. I hope you're enjoying the show wherever you're at. And that's been my week so far. It's been spent a lot of time with this, but the review's been done for a long time. It was just getting the episode together. And when you see the episode, you'll start understanding, like, oh shit, there was a lot to do. It's a lot there. It's a lot. So, Neil, I hope you're feeling better, whatever it is. And implant surgery, son of a bitch. No, I hope you're doing better whatever it is, man. Text me offline or something if you don't want to talk about it. But yeah, that was and the other thing was my mom went into the hospital, but she's in Tennessee now, so which is where the director's garage may relocate if I don't find a job. It might be going right there. Crazy. Binary Feedback says, whoop, whoop. Cheeky Fest, hello. What's on the agenda today? Well, like I said, Cheeky Fest, I've got the new episode out tomorrow. That's critical. The new Meze we just talked about. The Open CCA, the CCA IEM, we might be opening that, and then we'll check out some classifieds and kind of call it an afternoon. I think that would be fun. I just wanted to watch part of the CMA's of CMA's. Who's CMA? I don't know who that is. Review of the Diana DZ. Okay. I still haven't reviewed the DZ, so I don't know who CMA is. Dynamite, Mr. Dynamite, what's up, bro? Got some iced tea cooking. Got the hard stuff out today, boys. Michael, looking like a sports agent. Yeah, I know. This is so, show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! And I do a little mic test. I just dropped it in. I realized after the episode was complete that I'm like, oh shit, I didn't talk about the microphone at all. So, but there is a drop-in of a test of the microphone, of how it goes in. And if you're wondering, it's really neat because this, let's see, maybe I showed on the overhead. We're not set up for that. Hang on a second. Whoop. Go back to the MacBook Pro if I did it that way. Okay. This plugs in, and it just plugs into there's a little 3.5 on this, and it goes right in here. And it goes in, they've got a really nice angly way to do it so that you don't confuse which side of the mic to talk into. There's a D here. So on the bottom of this, it's shaped like a D, so it can only go in one way. And you know it's in because it really secures and snaps, and there it is. But you can just pull it out, and you've got a regular set of headphones. Very clever stuff, those Noble folks, man. I'm really impressed. There are some features on here that really they thought out. It was well thought out. A very, very nice product overall. So very good. Peace and love to all. Yeah, peace, everybody. It's been a rough couple of weeks, so we could use a little breather. That's why we do the Humpday Happy Hour Hangout, and we're gonna have a new episode tomorrow. Very excited to get that out to you guys. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. I know I enjoyed putting it together. It's always a labor of love, but there is a lot of labor in this one, so maybe a little more labor than love. It's good. The 105. Yes, we talked about the 105. Open the box. No, we're gonna save the box episode for. The problem is here. Like I could do stuff here, but I get like 27 views when I do. The regular episodes, I get, thousands of views. So it's always better for me if somebody's going to go through the trouble of sending me something, it's better to build a full episode around it because I'll get more views. The live stream does get a couple of hundred views, but it's nowhere near the big production thing. People come for the fireworks, so I try to give them fireworks. The 105, yeah, the air. Mr. Dynamite just watched Koji's review too. I don't know who Koji is, but I'll take your word for it. I don't know any of these guys, man. I don't hang out with reviewers. I'm really one and two myself. I know you guys. I know you guys better than I know other reviewers. What does that say? HiFiman set to release the Isvarna. It's a new closeback at 2800. He's rooting for them to succeed with this one, as he knows many HiFiman closebacks don't have a great track record. Wow. Well, I hadn't heard this. Now, I saw that they did the Aria unveiled. There's now, you can get everything unveiled now in the HiFiman products. I haven't seen that. Let's see if it's up on their website. HiFiman.com. Okay, well, let's just take a look at their website, because it is close to Black Friday, and there's nothing wrong with that. So we got the HE-1000 unveiled. The Ananda Bluetooth, Mini Shangri-La, that'll cost you an arm and a leg. Ananda Nano, Aria Organic. Now they came with the Aria Himalayan Pro. What the hell's this? Go back to that. What is that? High Performance DA. I wonder what it's in. Probably in their Bluetooth products. There's a Black Friday, a Sapphire unveiled, HE-1000. Experts have spoken. Another Aria. They didn't show any of the new stuff. All right. Let's see what's on. Let's just run through the website real quick here on. Oh, shush. Redeem your rewards now. I don't have any rewards. I'm rewardless. Holiday specials. Oh, it's a keychain? What? You get a keychain along with your order? Gee, thanks, guys. Here it is. Here's the Aria unveiled. Very cool. Yeah, everything's going to be unveiled now, guys. They're taking the veils off at HiFiman. Whoa. Can we see it? No, you're not allowed to see it. Don't look at it. God forbid you look at it. All right, there we go. It's ugly, man. I just don't get it. You've got a rounded rectangle inside an oval. I mean, why not just make it an oval? Why not make it... Why has it got to... I just don't understand this thinking. This doesn't make sense to me. I mean, the whole thing doesn't make sense to me. Why would you not cover your driver? I mean, put the thinnest screen ever. At least put something there that will break before you break the driver, But, I can't deny. I mean, it sounded really good to me. The Sapphire unveiled. I don't know. But is there anything else? Where's this new headphone? Let's see if we can find the new headphone. Can you show me products? HiFiman? You're going to be stinkers. What am I looking for? What was that? What was that? The new closeback Isvarna. Is it on their website? I hope so. headphones. Just doing some doom scrolling here, guys. Sundara closed. I don't see it. Let's try this. Let's do the old search. Hang on. Headamp, 2750. Wow, that is one ugly headphone. Ha! Ha! It's sold out, whatever it is. That it looks like it just looks like a Sapphire that they forgot to take. Oh, I guess it's got a little angle on it. Maybe it's better in person. I'd like them if they were in white. I think they're in silver though. It would be kind of cooler if it was white, I think. But I think these are silver. I think they're playing the silver thing. I don't know. Well, I wish them well. Can always use a new HiFiman, that's for sure. But how do they do any of their closebacks unveiled? I'd like to see that. Let's see the closeback unveiled. Everything's just veiled. That's great. That's great. Well, thanks for the tip, Nephilim. I was not aware of that headphone. So very cool. Close back. Oh, I just should look through this real quick because we didn't check out the specs. See what it is. Oh, they don't have the TBA. They don't. All this stuff is TBA still. Nanometer planar. Multiple choices. Blah blah blah. Yeah, there's not many details on this yet. Yeah, silver. Shame. Should have been white. Be better, guys. You gotta call me. You gotta call me before they make these design decisions because I'll really help them out. Neil's in for implant surgery. Okay, good to hear, Neil. Jesus. Well, I hope whatever it is not too serious. Cheeky Fest says he pondered the 109s before deciding to spend as much as he could, and he got the ARRI Organics for $1,000. Yeah, that's not a bad deal. That's not a bad idea, Cheeky Fest. I probably would have made that idea too. The other one that I'm really waiting for because I was so impressed by these at CanJam is the ZMF Bokeh Openback. Not out yet. Still can't buy them, but they're coming. How much are the 99s ATM? I don't know. Meze 99. Is that on the Audio 46 store? Let's see. $349 for the Meze 99s. $349. Here they are. That's the classic with the boom mic, and then you can also get them cheaper. You can get them for $240, and they're plainer. They're less exciting. The Neo version, but the wooden cups will cost you. I mean, this is the nice one. This is the one you want to get, I would think. Choose gold or silver. Wow, fancy gold. Looks nice. Then they got a little thing here. This is how they're doing their boom on this, just so you can use it as a thing. It comes off the headphone cable itself and then runs down. Interesting. Said no one ever. I assume you can remove that too, or use a different cable and it won't have that. Very nice though. Very cool stuff, man. Meze does deliver. They deliver on the design stuff. I'm very, very impressed by their stuff. 105 because it's a cheaper version of the 109. I know, like it just gave it a lower number, a random lower number. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's 5 millimeters smaller. It's 4 grams lighter. What? Binary feedback. Hope your work and new potential opportunity are going well, Michael. Well. It's going. I had a really good, positive day at I did the premiere for Gladiator 2 in Hollywood. And we were at the Chinese theater, and we shot a bunch of stuff that night, and it was interesting. And then we brought it all back, cut it up, and uploaded it to Paramount for them to use. So it's a very interesting process. It's something I haven't done before, so it's always exciting to do something different. I always like doing that. But it was still semi-familiar because I've done all of this for a different reason before. So very good. CMA, Convince Me Audio, YouTube channel. Okay, still don't know what it is. Sorry, guys. I am lame-o. Air traffic controller. That's what this is. Yes, this is for my next career. Do you think if you have the headset, it doesn't really matter if you have the training? Maybe I can just go in and say, yeah, guys, I mean, I am an experienced look at this. See this cable? This is the cable is the problem with this. You know, I think as long as you look the part, they got to give you the job, right? You know, 747 Delta, just land. Yeah, you're good. Just land the thing. Over. You know, that's all you got to do. And then, you know, the other one. Just wait a second. 757 from, you know, American. You just hang back there, dude. Just hang back. Watch the Delta guy. See the Delta guy going down? You can go down once he's down. All right? That is good. So do that. That's how I'm going to be. That's how I would air traffic control. I just tell them, you know, every now and then, oh, this little fuzzy thing removes, by the way. Ooh, okay. So but I like the fuzzy. I mean, you know, gotta like it. Do you think I'm hired? Do you think I can get hired? I think I've got some potential here for a potential new career. Very good, man. This room is still hollow. I don't know what I got to do. I'm gonna have to put more baffling up when I get a job again. Koji is Convince Me Audio. Okay, all right. I'll take your word. I don't know who any of these people are. Lighting and picture looks dynamite this evening. Well, I found a mistake. Neil led me to finding an error of my ways. Somehow in the last 2 weeks, I must have been like formatting a card or something, and I accidentally took off the 709 setting out of the camera. So when you record video, you can record it as a log file, which is uncolor corrected. It just looks very washed out, and a lot of YouTubers actually shoot in 109. They don't understand, or in RAW, and they don't understand you're supposed to color grade off of that, but they just put it up because they think it's cool, and it's become a whole look, this super washed out look, and it's just, to all of us who professionally do this, it's like, dude didn't know he was supposed to grade it. They're like, no, it just looks so pure, man. I'm like, no, it looks ungraded. You're supposed to be grading you're supposed to grade that video. So you can record it, or you can record it in what they call 709, which is a rough broadcast spec output where they crush the blacks, expand the gamma, and push the brights into some sort of balance. And that's how I record this show mostly. I don't go to RAW and do a grade. It's not worth it. I mean, you know, you can only improve this face so much, folks. You know? So, what I did was I had somehow inadvertently taken off the LUT, the lookup table for the camera. It's the 709 lookup table. So I took it off, and it was sending out the washed out picture across my video stream. I do tell it to record the RAW in case I've got a disastrous mistake, or I want to do a very tricky special effect and I need really precise grading. Then I have the RAW as a backup, but generally I record it all as it's going to go out because it's too much work. I don't need the work. I don't need the extra work. So I had turned that lookup table off, and so it was sending out the washed out file across my video channel, and it shouldn't have been. It should have been sending out. So anyway, so today it's all fixed. And that's the good news. And yes, it does look better. I'm looking on my phone right now. I look normal. Well, as normal as I can look. There's Homer in the background. You like Homer? Too much fun, boys. Too much fun. Let's open an earphone. Let's open this. It's 4 o'clock. Let's do this. We're going to open this CCA thing. This is another. Now, I got 3 headphones. We opened one 2 weeks ago. I got 3 headphones from this company called CCA, and they just sent them to me blind. We didn't have an arrangement. It wasn't an arranged deal. They just wanted me to review them and talk about them. And I talked about the last one. It was a $40 headphone. I don't know how much this one is. We're going to look it up after. But I had looked this. I had tried this out, and the last one sounded pretty good. I thought it was not the most detail-oriented headphone in the world, but it had a generally pretty nice and happy tone curve. But they weren't. The detail wasn't all there. So this is now the CCA Polaris, and we'll take a look at what this looks like. And it's in the same style box and everything. They save money because they use the same box for all these. I know these are very cheap. I know these are not expensive at all. These are very, as we would say, affordable. All these will go into the next giveaway whenever I can afford to do one. But these look pretty nice. They're kind of a metal. They're like a smoked black chrome, is what this is. But I assume it's probably chromed plastic. Oh, and we got some dip switches on here. I love a dip switch. I just love saying, yeah, dip switch. The number of times. Oh, this is cool. So these are adjustable. You can adjust the sound profile. So we have some work to do here. We got some work to do here. And I've got my we'll get the Astell&Kern fired up. Oh, it's out of batteries. Oh, that's bad. We'll get the Astell&Kerns fired up. Note to self: charge your player. This one works just fine. This is the 240. It's the little Blue Note one. I've shown this off 1,000 times on this channel. I love it because it's so wicked cool. Ugh. This is blue anodized metal. It's super beautiful. And then down here it says Blue Note in fine print in the Blue Note logo. And this is the 75th anniversary player. I first of all, look at the side. Look at how much nicer this is to carry around than this. This thing's a brick. This thing is like pocketable. It's nice. It's really nice. I don't know if I'll go with Freddie Hubbard today. Let's go to albums. I think that might be all I have on this. I haven't loaded this with anything but the Blue Note collection. Oh, there's an Nora Jones. We can check that out. That'll be fine. All right. So, this is what we'll check out on this to play, but I want to get some ear tips. We got to get some ear tips going. Hang on. Hang on, boys. Whoa. Got ear tips down here? No, that's the other. I need the other one. I have 2 of these are identical. Long story behind it. But let's, what do we have here? Let's get the bullets. If I've got bullets, let's do bullets. These the same size, approximately? No. Black, black, black. Okay, these will work. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So I've got cables everywhere. Goodness me. All right, fellas. So we'll get the ear tips on here. Oh, these are nice. These fit perfect. Because when I go to give these away, then you know that you've got brand new ear tips. Even the stock ear tips were never used. So I'm a fan of that. And then I'll need to probably borrow the cable. We'll take a look at the cable. And it's not a great cable. It's pretty nasty. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. We're just having fun here. Oh, this thing's tragic. But, you know, you're not paying for, you know, I'm assuming this is probably, this is certainly going to be no more than 40 or 50 bucks. These are very cheap. Of that much, I'm positive. And besides, they sent them to me free, so I'm looking for the right or left. This is the right. Just this one. Interesting that they put the dip switches on both IEMs. But I guess that makes sense. If you're only going to connect them with the cable, you need to do them both. They're on both sides, but I don't know what they do. We're going to see if the instructions tell me anything about how to do them. And this is not a generic, this is the socket kind of 2-pin, which sucks because you can't use like any old cable on it. But oh well. Okay, and they gave me a little, here's a little tool for flipping the dip switches. See that? It's nice. But let's see what the dip switches do. And it's in Chinese. Anybody read Cantonese? Oh boy. Here we go. Turn up low frequency for 1. Turn on switch 1, 2, low frequency up to level 2. 1, 2, 3, low frequency to level 3. Turn on all switches, all overall frequency up. Turn off, you get the basic graph. Okay, so let's try these first with the basic graph, all the dips off. Let's go dipless. Oh man, sometimes it's kind of fun just to do this stuff. All right. All right, I like the fit. It's kind of nice, and I've got the Dakoni tips. You know, I'm cheating a little bit, but the bullets just fit me better. I get a better seal, all that stuff. So let's start with a little Norah Jones, and I'm sure this thing's going to be crazy efficient. Okay, these are relatively flat, but they're treble emphasized. Much like the last ones. They're very clear, but there's a peaky shoutiness. Sorry. I'm getting some peaky shoutiness out of these in the upper mids. When she hits the notes, waited for, you know, it peaks. It's a lot. Man, that's a lot. But it's nice. I mean, it's generally for a cheap pair of IEMs, it's good. I don't like having it up real high because the peaks are so grating on me. But it's really clear upper end. They sound nice. And generally, I would say, you know, if you're not sensitive to an upper mid spike, which I really am, you'd probably think these are pretty nice for the price or whatever they are. We're going to look them up in a second, but let's. I'm going to go balls out. I'm going to here. I'm going to just crank them up and see what happens, right? And we'll do the same song again. Let's go back to the top. Oh, it's much better. But I'm a bass head, guys. You get remarkable clarity out of these, and I'm sure they're just balanced armature. Putting all these switches on actually takes that down a little bit, that crazy peakness. It says it's optimized for the Harman tuning. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to see what the makeup of these are. We'll have to look them up. I'm going to keep listening to this, and while I'm listening to this, I'm going to, let's go over to the MacBook and take a look at this. I think this is going to be on Shenzhen. It's either going to be a Linzol, or it'll be on Shenzhen Audio. $13. $13. Oh man, these things are a steal for $13. Are you kidding me? This is them, guys. $13. You get 4 dip switches. You get a bunch of tunings. You get a little tool. The tool. This tool on Amazon would run you $13. You get the whole headphone. Ah, this is like a dream. And they don't sound like bloomy or boomy. They just sound like they have a little more bass. 4 adjustable tuning switches. All right, I'm gonna take the number 4 driver off because it was all the other 3 mentioned bass. The number 4 dip switch. Here we'll have to go back to. Let's go back to the Sony. Okay. This is 4. I'm going to turn 4. Let's turn the 1 off, and then we'll go from there. Because I think this might be better. Oh, this is fun though. This is fun. I mean, you know what? This was worth the 13. This is worth $13 just to play with them. Honest to God, like just to have something to play with and something new to enjoy. This is stuff this is on my budget. This is on my director's garage budget now. I think that's fabulous. I think it's great that this thing is what a nice little headphone for $13. 4 tuning switches. Oh, here we go. Let's go back to the laptop. While I was messing around with it, but 10mm dual cavity dynamic, sensitivity response 109 dB at 1 kilohertz. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna interpret that, but astonishing pure. I think this is great. $13. Man, this is fabulous. I mean, this is such a no-brainer. Like, if you were just thinking, like, that's Starbucks money. This is like you can have a cup of coffee or you could have a new IEM. I mean, seriously. Which would you? That's an easy call for me. I'm like, I'll give up the Starbucks and go get a pair of headphones. And they're nice. The other thing of this is, I mean, these are nice looking. These are like a smoked black chrome. They're attractive. They got a nice script in them. Look at this. Well, it helps if I put up the right thing, but I mean, there's a nice script in this. They've got nice reflect. They've got a little open vent in the back. They got some style going on. I mean, all you would want to do is probably replace the cable because the cable's not too good. But I mean, guys, what a great set. What a great set. $13, folks. Done. I don't even have a coupon code for these. They just sent them to me, and I'm like, that was nice of them. So super excited. I think that's great, and I think they're as good as they're as good as anything you're going to get out of the like in a box from Apple or something. I mean, those and those aren't even comfortable. These are at least comfortable. Crazy. Crazy. Binary Feedback says, let's get back to the chat. It's not doom scrolling looking at headphones, unless you can afford them. Unless you can't afford them, I know. Well, that's why I'm saying it's doom scrolling for me now. The doom piles up. I know, it's awesome. Binary Feedback, he felt the doom the day after the Audeze sale, decided not to buy the LCD-4 at $2,500. And he got the 4Z months ago. And he got some Maxwell, though. I want to try the Maxwell. I'm getting more Maxwell curious, Binary. I think that's a headphone that I would like to check out. The Binary, I just think the Maxwell it's like $250, $300, something like that. I think that's a nice sweet spot. That's a nice price, and I'm curious enough about them. It's made by Audeze. You know it's going to be decent. It's not going to be bad. It's going to be a level of decent, and I just want to know what it is, you know. So there you go. However, I was kind of kicking myself. Well, we always do for not buying the sale, the first sale you see. But you know, it's a financially sensible but boring decision. And at $2,500, you're also up into some pretty interesting territory. There are a lot of options there. I mean, you could start looking at the mod house at that point. You'd have to find yourself an amplifier to push them. But you know, you're into the mod house there. You know, you could buy a mod house, which is, you know, arguably, you know, probably a better sounding overall headphone. Certainly has better bass response. Well, no, I think overall texture of the bass is nicer. There's a little more presence, I think, on the LCD-4, but there you go. But financially sensible. I'm doing a lot of financially sensible things right now. I'm taking people up when they say I'm going to send you something. I usually say yes to review. I was just talking to Ken at Ken's workshop. He was offering me something to take a look at. I may take him up on that if I'm out of things to review. I think I'll be all right for a while. I've got a couple of episodes planned ahead, so we're okay. Also, JTB, watched last Friday's night stream. Better late than never. Your pictures were awesome. Thanks for sharing. I know, JTB's photos were the best part of that live stream. I was like out of topics in about an hour. I'm like, let's just go home. Nephilim says he loves the Astell&Kern DAPs. Oh, me too. I just think these things are phenomenal. And you know, there's so many different varietals now. You got the big Mac Daddies. This is the 1000. They've now had a 2000 and a 3000 on top of this. This is all I need. I mean, I can't see the need to upgrade. I've got this, the smaller one. The 240 I had for a long time, and one of the hosts of our show, or the show I used to work for, liked it, so I sold it to him, gave it to him. He never paid me, but I'm like, I don't care. It was an old 240, and he's a good friend. But I missed having this size, this form factor so much that I went out when the 75th came up on. I was on eBay. I went ahead and bought it. Because I want, mostly because I wanted the music, but then I'm like, I also missed having this cool player. I really love this form factor. This is so convenient, and it sounds so good. Dual DAC inside this 240. It is the 120 had single DAC, I think. This one has dual DACs in it. Dual DAC chips, one chip for each side. Phenomenal sounding player. And then I've got the SP1000 here, which is great, which I'm going to plug in now to get charging because, you know, not working. But there you go. I guess I try the dips. I know all the dips. I love dips. Oh, geez, another IEM with treble issues. Who knew? I know. It's true. Yeah, the treble is a little bright on them. But, you know, $13, I'm like, dude, that's just fun to play with. That's that's like buying a yo-yo. Just buy a yo-yo. Buy an IEM. Speaking of value, says Nephilim, the FiO FT1 closeback is really making waves. At $200, he's tempted to get it. I'd like to hear it. Like I said, I'm also interested in the Maxwell. I want to hear it. The Chinese market is crushing it. They're always crushing it. That is so true. Especially in the IEM space, more so in the IEM space than the over-ear space. There are such good IEMs out there at the $100. Moondrop alone has made a cottage industry of that $100 level. They have produced 4 or 5 headphones, and then 7 hertz. Think about the 7 hertz. The timeless at $200 sounds as good as anything under $1,000. I mean, it's still, and I have the AE, and I still use those, and they're great. They're just great. That's funny. It probably would cost more in shipping better than wired earpods. I know. That's the thing. I mean, think about it. It's going to cost you more to ship them here than it is to manufacture them. Just really impressed with these for that price. What I should do when I'm off camera, I won't do them now because it's kind of boring to watch me listen to headphones, but I should listen to this and then compare them to the $40 one we listened to 2 weeks ago and see if they've got the same, like similar issues, or if they're, if there's one's better or something. But I'm just impressed that they've got this level of control. I mean, it's exciting. You get 4 different sound signatures, and then you get more than that. You get 16 because you can, tweak them, put 1 on, put 2 on. You don't have to go in order. You can play with it and hear what sounds good to you. I think that's great. I think that these things are super fun. Or you can put one on one. You can put them all on one side and all off on the other side. Then you'll start walking around leaning to the left. It's too fun. Good side. Somebody just started a chainsaw outside my door. Like, I don't know where I'm going. Or maybe it's a leaf blower, but it sounds like a chainsaw. Anyway, so the other thing I wanted to do today was in our remaining minutes, was to go through, unless somebody's got a topic. If you've got a topic, just drop it in the chat. We'll talk about it. I wanted to just take a run through and see what's going over on the HeadFi classifieds, because I have not been over here in a long time, probably since the last time we did this. First of all, because I have no money to spend, but I'm always interested to see what's for sale. So let's go take a look at what folks are selling right now and see if there's anything interesting down here. Mojo Audio Mystique. I've never heard of that. Take a look here. JM Audio Edition. That's about what they go for. This guy's trying to sell them for what he bought them for, I think. Well, the XTC. This might be the $600 headphone. Look nice. This is JM's JM Audio's John Massaria. This is his own headphone. He was a mod guy, he's another one of these guys who did mods for a long time. Campfire. A lot of IEMs for sale. A lot of cables too, huh? Thieaudio Monarch. Who got those for $500? Thieaudio Mark II? The only thing is I hate the pattern on these. There's not a good shot of them here, but they look like vomit. Oh, and they came with a couple cables. Wow, that's a deal. Somebody got a good deal. All right, let's see. Let's go to page 2. See what's going on here. RME, $1,300. It's a pretty good DAC. Genelex, that's what I use for mixing this show. They're not cheap. Bathy's, $400. That's a deal. If I didn't have the Bathy's, that would be a great thing to buy. You get a nice true wireless. I love the sound signature of those. I think they're great. Cord Hugo TT2, $3,000. Whoa, that's pricey. That's pricey. I wouldn't want that low. I would bargain that down. Annihilator. This is a headphone I've always wanted to try. The IEM. I think these are great. I've heard such good things about these. Roxanne. Anybody know what's going on with JH Audio? I was wondering if Jim Harvey Audio is still in business or not. I know they filed for restructuring, but I always always root for him because I was saying he's such a nice guy and such a knowledgeable guy. Good stuff. Modhouse Tungsten 2100. Oh, somebody's trying to. Who's doing this? Pickup only. What the hell? You're charging more than they cost. You're gonna jump in the line. Shame. I'm gonna stream shame these guys. You shouldn't charge more than it costs. Verite closed, stabilized. That's nice. Look at this pair. That's gorgeous. Oh, that's a beautiful pair. Good price too. $2,000? Hell yeah. Stabilized wood. Very nice. Mac K50s. These are phenomenal bookshelf speakers, boys. I don't know if you've heard these before. These I have heard these. Now I've heard these paired with really high-end gear, but they scale. They are beautiful loudspeakers, near-field monitors. They're really good. They are every bit a hi-fi product. They are phenomenal. I've always heard good things about these Rads. I've never tried them though. Anybody tried the Rad? Put it in the chat. I just thought that's great. Do a few more. Verite closed. There's another one. Monkey Pod, $1,700. Well, you get the stabilized for three. I'd want to go with that stabilized pair. I think they're prettier. Sesfara unveiled for sale, $6,300. Such a deal. You're going to save a fortune on these. Are these ripped or unripped drivers? I note there's no photo of the other side. All right, let's see what he says. I'm not going to expose who he is. This is one of the best headphones in the world. He has had it for a few months, only selling because he needs the money for more important things. Okay. Not looking for any trades. Located in Queens. His name is JTB. No, I'm just kidding. That's nice. I really liked these. Whoever it is has got a nice Sennheiser mic behind it. Or that might be a Neumann. I think it's Sennheiser. And he's showing them with a very expensive amplifier. Oh, that. That's the Mascobo right there. That's an $18,000. This guy needs money. He should be selling the Mascobo. This 1266, $3,000. That's a pretty good price for a TC. Still a great headphone. One of my favorites. One of my least favorite to wear, but sound-wise, it's there. It's there for sure. Yamaha YH1, it's not the good one. A lot of atrium. Oh, this is the atrium closed. Never mind. It's not the other one. Beautiful atrium closed. Very nice. Worth considering at $2,050. Probably get it for $2,000. Like, come on, man. Come on down. Ooh, WES. This is their electrostatic tube amp. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Good. What's with the 70s little Tesla ball there? Please. Firm. Great Britain, though. Got to be in the UK to get that deal. And the man is for sale, $8,500. Oh, I'd be so tempted. If I had the money, boys. If I had the money, I'd get it in house just to keep it for a while. Whoa. Look at that. Somebody's selling one of their Amanuses. Get a deal on an Amanus. Maxwell, $200. Look at that. So good. All right, a couple more. I love doing this. Partially because this is what I do in my spare time as well. Ah, so good. Nothing on this page worth looking at. Bear Dynamic, Project K, cassette tapes. Anybody need some cassette tapes? They kill me. Felix Euphoria Evo, pretty good amp. Nice tube amp. Smaller. Very nice. I hate those tubes, but whatever. Aggressive tubes. Focal lenses. Lenses. $620. A little high for a used product. $500 TH-900. This is a steal. Oh, these are great headphones. Boys, these are great headphones. They must have probably have a nick on them or two. Abused set of cans. But I love those. I love this. Those are just bass. Those are the bassiest bass cannons in the planet. So good. So of all this, I think the RAW is the win, right? The RAW's got, I mean, you can get a Manus for $8,200. So it's listed as $10,500, but I'm sure you get them for less. $370 for these must be beat to crap. $370 for an LCD-2. Are you kidding me? That's worth it just for the nostalgia of it. Man, what a great headphone. Such good stuff. HE-800S, $850. That's probably a little high. I don't know. Such good stuff, guys. There's a lot of good stuff for sale. Man, now all I need is money. 4Z, $2,000. Seen them far less than that. Oops. Fairmore Hypsos, $2,000. That's what I sold mine for. Warwick Acoustic. Oh, the Apiro. You can get one for $27,000. Such a steal. Get the whole setup. Oh, yeah. Let's go. All right. So, Neil, I think you have, we know what we need Neil to buy next for us, for the group. Neil, your assignment is to go buy that Apiro at $27,000. Such a steal, Neil. Sorry, I cranked the mic over because I was looking at the laptop. Such a good time. All right, let's finish up the chat and then we'll send everybody on their way. I like doing that, man. That's one of my favorite things to do. I do that in my pastime, so it's fun to do it on the air. And get your all comments about it. That's awesome. Nephilim says, speaking of value for money, oh, you got that. We did that one. Chinese market is crushing it. Not a lot of comments here. Utopia 22 says Neil, for sale. Lyric, both are on HeadFi. Okay. I heard the Utopia 22. They're still a little bright for me. I just wish they would come out with something with a little bit of a taming, little bit of a tamer upper mids. They just come across as sharp to me, a little on the edgy side. Nephilim says, Music Appreciation and Genesis are releasing a new box set of their 1975 classic, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Very good. That was like at the front end of prog rock. That was fantastic. That's a great. I like all periods of the band. I thought that once they got past the Genesis album, which was the 1985 release, with No Reply and Mama and all those, I thought once they got past that album, I started to lose like interest because the Invisible Touch and it kind of he went way too mainstream for me, and that's just Phil. Phil was the mainstream guy, and the other guys, Rutherford and Banks, were more the prog guys. And without Gabriel there, they really pushed them into the pop lane. But Abacab is still an album that I listen to probably once every month or two. I love Abacab. I just think it's fantastic. I love the Mama album. I think there's a couple of songs on there that are a little cringy for me, like That's All, just because they were played so much when I was growing up. I kind of got sick. I just got burned out on it. But the title cut on that album and Silver Rainbow, there's some great songs on that album. Home by the Sea, really good. Really good stuff. Kingwood Caldera, yeah, I saw that. That was fantastic, Matthew. Good eye. Imanis was great, needed some slam, but sounded great. Yeah, I just didn't, and I had somebody come to me after my show maybe it was in the chat or maybe they emailed me. Somebody really called me to task for not loving not saying that the Imanis had bass slam, and I'm like, I didn't hear it. I can only tell you what I hear, and I'm not going to lie if I tell you I hear something I don't. And I just was like, there's no air moving in these. It was really cool. Great sound, though. I mean, the frequency curve on that, phenomenal. I mean, great imaging, all the things, beautiful. Like one of the biggest sound stages ever. They're fantastic. There's I just didn't. There's a physicality that I was missing, and somebody said, "Well, you weren't using the right amp," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I mean, I had that Vivo amp was the one that I listened to it on, so it just didn't give me that impact. That was all. But I thought they're great. I mean, at that price. I mean, they're so good. As long as I'm not going to lose money, like crazy money on it, it's probably worth doing. But not right now because I have no money and no job. I love when we do headphones. I love that segment too. It's one of my favorite things to do. I just like shooting the shit with you guys and going, look at that, because that's what I do. That's what I do in my in free time. Who doesn't scroll those things just to see what people are selling? That guy's ad for the tungsten at $2,100. Oh man, I laughed. That's just not, I see that all the time, and I'm just like, come on, like we know what they're worth. You're just trying to capitalize on the scarcity. That's not cool. You shouldn't make I don't ever sell it. I don't make a profit off of the stuff I sell. That's not the point. This is a hobby. It shouldn't be about profit making. Anyway, John Baptiste Beethoven is fantastic. That's an album. I guess Baptiste. I remember him. I was checking out those recommendations over the weekend. One of the guys who comes to our hangout is a conductor of an orchestra. And he always has fascinating stuff he's doing. And he's a wealth of an area of knowledge of music that I am unfamiliar with. He knows so much about classical music, and he's steered me into some really interesting listens and into some dark. He even found me a great jazz performer called Alan Broadbent. Alan Broadbent. I'll type it in the chat real quick. Look him up. This guy was really interesting. I listened to the first couple of records, and it's modern jazz, but it sounds really nice. It's very well recorded. I was very impressed with that. Very cool though. I'll copy the John Baptiste. I want to check that out. I went back and listened to Beethoven not too long ago. I listened to the fifth and the ninth symphonies, and I need to hit up Christopher and see if there's if you can give me a beginner's guide to Strauss. I would love to know more about Strauss, what I should be listening to, because he seems to conduct a lot of Strauss and he reveres that music. So I want to find out what's a seminal recording that I should look for. That would be something I would like to know. Kevin Jock says, don't mean to ruin the mood, but he's curious if anyone feels quite a bit of toxicity on Reddit or other communities. I don't go on any of them. He's tired of it all. How do you guys manage to stay positive? I seriously, I don't go on it. I was on Twitter leading, or X, whatever the hell it's called now, leading up to the elections, just because there was a lot of stuff going back and forth on there. I was trying to keep it all, but it's toxic. I have no use for it. I would rather spend 20 minutes and email Neil or come up with a new show for whatever than mess with what other people, because opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. Like, and they just have no use for it. Michael, underrated classic track off Abacab's Man on the Corner. Absolutely. I love that with the digital claps. It's fantastic. Sounds incredible. Headphone lower mids well. Yeah, the synth use on that is off the charts. I mean, it's phenomenal. I thoroughly love that record. It's one of my favorites. What do you mean by toxicity? It's all over the internet. But what's it? What in this case? People are not liking being snippy, mean. Finds a bit tiring. Need to keep his eye. Need to keep on telling others they haven't spent enough money on X or Y. Oh, that's that. Yeah, binary. Don't even take that stuff. Anybody who starts a sentence with "You aren't a real audiophile if," can just go pound sand. I have no use for you. I'm like, okay, buddy. Thanks for telling me what I don't know. Then tell me how stupid I am, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if you have a $500 system. I don't care if you have a $5,000 system. I don't care if you have a $50,000 system. You have the system that you enjoy, and that's all that matters. I don't care what anybody else thinks. And I had there was a run on this show where I had a whole bunch of trolls just really laying into me on stuff, and I'm like, they were upset that I didn't like something that they owned, and I'm like, who cares? I'm a dipshit on the internet. I'm a dip switch on the internet. Don't listen to me. Don't go and listen to yourself. I am here for entertainment. I am here for us to have a good time, and I give my thoughts on things, but my assessment of anything isn't the only assessment. It's not the correct assessment. It's just an assessment. It's my thoughts on that day. And I can tell you right now, I have done some reviews that I'm like, I think I got it wrong. Like after I did them, I'm like, I think I got them wrong. I would love to have a second shot at them. I'd love to have a second shot at the Verite open back review. I think I got it wrong. I don't think I knew enough back then to be reviewing that headphone. I just gave it my best shot and I let it go. And yeah, I don't think it was a very good review. I would say don't listen to that review. It's not good. But, whatever. But it's just an opinion. Who cares at that given moment of that time with the equipment that I have? We were talking about this on the weekend on the Patreon chat. All these measurements and stuff, they make no sense. They make no sense. People live and die by the graphs of this stuff. What's your source gear? What are your interconnects? What cables are they connected to? What microphone is used to capture the sound on replay? There are so many variables. And look at the graphs between, one guy will do a graph of one headphone, the other guy will do the exact same headphone and come up with a completely different graph. Why? Because their source gear is all different. And they're not, there's variables all over the place. It's just silly. It's silly, and you're being marketed this stuff, and don't buy it. Look at a graph as a general idea of what it might sound like, and then use your own ears. Don't take anybody else's bullshit. It's not worth it. But I hear you. I mean, I get it. I used to have trolls all the time. They've kind of laid off me because I haven't been posting as much. And I think when I was getting hot and I was getting a lot of viewers in a hurry, I got a lot of people upset. And then I kind of laid off posting as regularly because work got in the way and then unemployment got in the way. But who knows? If I get back into it and we start growing the channel again like crazy, that wouldn't be bad. But a lot of fun. It's still a fun hobby. And just don't buy into the crap. It's not worth it. Seriously, it's really not worth it. Nobody knows anything. Nobody would say. Even the guys who think they're smart are not smart. They're just not. They're you know, they're an opinion. It's okay. It may be a good opinion, but an opinion is an opinion. It's all it's worth. It's worth the air that it's it's worth the ether that the sound wave is traveling through, and that's about it. Broadbent worked with Charlie Hayden on Quartet West. Love that album. Fantastic. I'll check that out. Quartet West. Put that in the notes. Copy that over. Can I be a guest on my show? I don't know if I have the equipment to do that, Neil. That's why we do the that's why I do the Patreon, because that's the way I can get everybody in. I don't have a way to. I don't have like one of those fancy Teranix things that allows. I'd have to really do some research to figure out how to get a second person in on this. I can figure out. Well, no, I don't even know. That would take some work. That would take some work. I don't even know how to do a guest to put two people on this, unless you're in the room with me. Then you could be a guest on my show. If I could build a set, now one way I could do it is if I had a set here and then we had two people, that would work. That I could do. But doing the call-in thing where the guys have multiple boxes, I would need a whole bunch of other gear to do that, and I don't have it. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care enough. I'm like, this is enough for me. Come on the Patreon. $3. Binary says his favorite classical album listen recently is Dudamel LA Philharmonic versions of Debussy and Stravinsky. Firebird. All right, copied. Something to check out later tonight. I'm going to have a couple of days off because I'm delivering the show tomorrow morning, and beautiful recordings, very good. Really good space and full low end. The arrangements are the most romantic he's heard. Wonderful. We'll check that out. Good one for you, Neil. You love classical too. Experimenting with a Roxanne. A really good listen. All right, copying. Love this. Getting some late night listening ideas here. It's going to be more instrumental, but whatever. He followed it up with Mita's Firebird, which amazes him for a 1974 recording. Hey, dude, there are 1956 recordings that would blow your mind. There was a whole run of them on a label called London, and the albums were all they were called London Bluebacks because they had a blueback cover, like a pale blueback color, kind of Tiffany blue, a little paler. So they were called London Blueback recordings. Unbelievable. Like unbelievable records recorded in the 50s, and they're stereo and they're fabulous. Don't worry about it. Don't kick yourself. Past reviews at this time. I know everyone feels different, and that's fine. What's funny is I still get reviews. Like just today, somebody commented on the original Utopia review I did. And boy, is that an off interview. That's another review. That's like, oh, that's tragic. That was cringe for its state. But, I learned it. I learned from the process. I learned that I didn't like the Utopia over time. I thought it was going to be the greatest headphone ever, and I got nothing. Cheers, everyone. But I thought the Utopia, but the guy asked me about the Utopia 22 on a review that I did in 2020. It's 4 years old, and the guy wrote a comment on it, like a fresh comment. I'm like, I wrote it back. I said, well, check the latest. What was the episode, the review episode from the HeadFi that we did, the Can Jam that I did this year? I had a drive-by review of the Utopia 22. So I sent him to that, but it's funny. And we learn more and we appreciate different things about music more. I am a much more skilled listener today than I was in 2020 when I was starting the show. I was just getting going, and I had some nice stuff, but I didn't know what I was appreciating about that stuff. And I have a much better appreciation for it today. But I told everybody back then I was an idiot. I still tell people I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. Come for the entertainment, enjoy it. think about things for yourself and then do it. Nephilim would fly from Canada to LA to be a guest on my show, co-hosted by Neil, of course. There we go. We have a big round table. I have to get a wider lens. I have plenty of them, though. Nephilim, Monk's Dream. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. And my favorite from him is an album called Alone in San Francisco. And half the album is just him on stage with the piano. And it's amazing. And it sounds so pretty. It's so good. It's such a good recording. And you can hear him grunting under his breath as he's playing. It's unbelievable. So good. Hey guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. We've got ourselves a nice 90-minuter or so, 80-minuter hangout. Neil, if you are in a hospital room, I'm sorry, and please get better. Everybody else, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the episode tomorrow. It'll drop at 7 a.m. Pacific. I'm super excited to finally get that out to you guys. It's been a journey. I know it's been weeks in the making. And every week was like, when's it coming? But you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it does tomorrow, and then we'll have more coming. I have the part 2 of that review, and then maybe the Audio 46 mystery box in the middle. It'll be fun time. Whatever we do, we're gonna have some fun and enjoy our headphones. I got some stuff to listen to. You've got some stuff to listen to. I think that's fantastic. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week and watch the show tomorrow. Can't wait. Glad you guys get to see it finally. All right. Cheers, everyone, and I'll see you before you know it, like tomorrow. All right. Get out of here.